Hello, this is Dr. Joel B. Goodin with Driven to Doctorate. Today I just want to talk about another conversation I had with a student who I won't name because I don't do that unless they give me written permission and all that. But the point of the discussion was being stuck. I've got a student that's stuck. Being stuck is not a unique experience. It's not a unicorn. It's not a bad unicorn in this case, which is what it would be if it were unique. It is common to feel stuck. A lot of people get stuck, let's say, in finding a problem, a research problem for their study. They get stuck in chapter 1 right at the beginning, and they feel stuck. They get stuck in chapter 2, slogging through the literature review. Sometimes they get stuck collecting data if they have trouble recruiting or their recruitment plan doesn't work. They typically don't get stuck in chapter 4 and 5 unless they're just exhausted and don't really know how to analyze the data. But being stuck can happen at any time, really. And what you want to pay attention to is the fact that you're stuck. You want to reach out to your chair, to a committee member, to somebody you trust, and get some help. Get some other points of view. Understand what are the factors at play. So I talked to a student yesterday, and there's always, especially with our students at North Central, there are other factors at play. There's life happening. There's a marriage. There's kids. There's a full-time job. There are so many other factors. Maybe somebody's health, a health issue, a death in the family, a pregnancy, whatever it may be. And you need to think about that, and then add on, maybe, this is in 2021, add on a pandemic, and then add on you're trying to do the ultimate scholarly pursuit, the dissertation, and it is one of the hardest things you will ever do. I can't say it's the hardest because I don't know what else you're doing in life. But I can say it's definitely going to be one of the hardest things you will ever do if you're doing it. And so it's not, you need to understand the enormity of what you're doing, and that it's not a simple thing, and that it's not supposed to be easy, and that there are going to be days you feel stuck. Getting stuck is a problem. It's not always a problem with you. Sometimes it's a problem with the enormity of things, the complexity of life and the dissertation, and all the factors adding up, leading to some burnout. Maybe there's a lack of balance somewhere. Maybe you're depressed. There could always be a mental health issue. I suggest for a lot of people that you stay in therapy if you can, once a month, if not every 2 weeks or every week. Get some help. Stay in therapy if you can. Keep your mind right. But reach out when you feel stuck, when you feel like, I don't know what to do. And it's sometimes, I'll tell you, put stuff on paper. Just start typing. 15 minutes a day. Put yourself in front of the computer and start typing. And sometimes you don't have it. Or sometimes you don't even know to do that. So that is one of the strategies. I think that's, the book, the 15-minute dissertation, really pushes that idea. Get yourself in front of the computer, start typing. But sometimes you need to understand what is going on. What is it? Sometimes you just need to be listened to. You need to be heard. You need to say it out loud. Here's what's going on. One thing I touched on with a student yesterday was marriage. And I wasn't proposing, and he wasn't proposing to me. And that's fine because I wasn't attracted to him. That's a joke. But the point is that he is married. And he actually has a wife and kids. And he struggled so much. And as you're a team, hopefully. If you're a single person, the dissertation is different. if you're in a marriage, your partner may support you, hold your hand, pat you on the back, give you hugs, whatever. But it's a partnership. It may not always, you may have your unique marriage situation, which is different from what I'm describing. But I think one thing I told him, and I was speaking out of bounds, sort of, and saying, look, I don't know your marriage, so I'll just say this as if this is what you're dealing with. And I said, how is your marriage going? You know, he had brought it up. He had mentioned, it's almost, you know, it's rocky. It's rocky right now. And I got the feeling that his wife was not 100% in. And by in, I mean behind him, supporting him. I got your back. We're going to do this. I believe in you. And you need that. You need that from your partner, from whoever it is your people, your tribe, that you're going to go through your dissertation. If you're involved with a tribe, a family, a group of people, a husband, a wife, kids, you need them on the team. You need them cheering you on. You can't just say, well, you guys go enjoy your whatever, and I'm going to stay here and work. You can't repeatedly have them be asking, are you done yet? Are you done yet? Are you done yet? There needs to be some understanding of what you're doing, how long it will take, how hard it is. And you need, when they're going to get frustrated too, because they're missing out on you. You're a piece of their family, hopefully an important piece. And so this student, I think, was sort of, had gotten to a place where he had been stuck so many times, had struggled so much that he and his wife was not firmly behind him, was not holding his hand. They didn't have a clear agreement between them anymore, a commitment to his success. It may be his success, but it's on behalf of the family. It will lead to better things, hopefully, for the family. And so, regardless of who it's for, once you agree on it at the very beginning, you need that buy-in from the family, from the kids. You need to at least tell the kids the basics. Dad's going to be working more. Mom's going to be working more. I'm going to be doing this sort of thing. It's going to be like this. I'm going to not be able to go to all these extra things. The wife, you need to talk to your wife, husband, at the beginning. But there can also be these stuckness sort of times when the partner starts losing a little bit of faith and losing that commitment, and that I'm with you. Let's get back to this. You need your cheer squad. You need your partner. You need someone to say, it's going to be okay. I'm here with you in this difficult space. And it can't just be your chair because I'm not pretty enough. And there's more to it than that, but you need somebody that you feel close to, somebody that you're tied to, that you don't want to lose that relationship. You don't want to feel like they resent you. They resent your process. They are sad that you're not making progress. And not sad for you and with you, but sad about you. You want them to be involved. And I talk a lot about the rubber balls versus the crystal balls, what we juggle in the crystal balls. If they fall, they can't be put back together that easily. So anyway, to get to the point, what I said to him is, look, man, and this requires a little bit of sensitivity as a male, which may not be traditional for you. But I said, I think you need to have a candid talk. Perhaps. I said, I don't know. I don't know your wife. I don't know you. I don't know your situation. But maybe have a talk and say, look, honey, or whatever you call your partner, I know that I've been struggling. I know it's been hard, not just on me, but it's let you down too. And you're probably looking at me and saying, I wish he'd just give up. And maybe you're thinking that, or maybe you're not. Are you thinking that? And she or he or they can answer the way they want, and you start to have a real conversation of, how are you feeling about this? How am I feeling about this? I still want to do this, you say to your partner. And they might say, well, okay. What you need to do is have a meeting of the minds, a heart to heart, so to speak, and say, I need you in this. I need you to have my back. I can't do it without you. And guess what? 9 out of 10 times, I don't know the stats on that, but especially I would say if it's a woman, but I think men are good people too. If we hear, you're struggling, you need my help, you need me to be there for you, your partner, a good partner committed to you in a marriage that's going to last, I think, give it some time. Don't just judge it automatically. It may take several conversations, but they will hear your heart. They will hear your struggle, your sadness, your disappointment, and even your sort of guilt of not making more progress, or not being able to go to the birthday parties, or not being able to do the fun things. They'll hear your guilt, and even maybe you might be experiencing some shame. And I know women are often especially good at this, but men too will comfort you. They'll say, I see your heart. I see you're hurting. I see this is embarrassing, but I also see that you want to do this still. And by having that conversation, you can come back to a place where you're a united front once again, where you understand each other. And you may need to spend more time with your wife. You may need to take a weekend. I asked him, when's the last time you had a weekend with your wife? You may need that. You have to do, sometimes the things that feel like a waste of time are the things that you need to rejuvenate you, to keep you going long term. It's like mindfulness at the beginning of the day. Well, that's a waste of 10 minutes. No, it's not. It's going to make you more efficient the rest of the day. Get your mind straight. If you need some family time, sometimes that will do the trick. I just yesterday or the day before planned some time for myself, some PTO. If you realize you're burning out, plan some time off. Take the time, because if you don't rest, you'll burn out. And it's a lot easier to avoid burnout, rest, rejuvenate, than to get to burnout, start going into a depression or something like that, and try to pull yourself out of that pit. So I guess the point of today is, you're going to get stuck. Get help when you get stuck. Get your chair involved. Have a good conversation with your chair. If your chair is not a comforter, maybe speak to your advisor, speak to an old colleague or an old professor of yours, somebody that can help and listen. But also speak to your tribe. If you have a partner, speak to your partner and say, I need you. I need you. I feel like I've lost you. I feel like we're not a united front on me getting this done. And I know you can't write it for me, but I need you at my back. I need you to touch my back and say, I'm proud of you. I don't know how much progress you've made today, but I'm proud of you for the hard work you're doing. And we need that. So pull in your tribe. When you get stuck, start analyzing the factors at play in your life and the strategies. Obviously, there are work strategies. I told him, use many tasks. And then I had to clarify it, not M-A-N-Y. He was like, oh, that doesn't sound good. I said, not M-A-N-Y, M-I-N-I, many small, tiny tasks. And say, today I will edit this paragraph. Okay, that's progress. And do many tasks. You'll get a sense of completion after each one, and you'll feel like you're actually making progress. Don't rely too much if you have sort of an option at your school or university or in your situation to say, to just send in a document or just say, I don't have anything to offer this week. Try to put something on paper and provide it each week. I do say when you do that, tell your professor where you worked so they don't have to search through your assignment as if you made lots and lots of edits. Just tell them, I only did work on page 73. And then they'll go straight to 73, look at what you did, and they'll review that and get it back to you. But try to have something to your professor every week. If you get really stuck, maybe start sending an email a few times a week. Today I had a good day. Here's what I did. Today I don't feel like I did much, but here's what I did. And guess what? The chair, people always apologize to the chair, like, I'm so sorry, I'm moving so slow. And guess what? It's the chair. I get paid either way. Now different systems have different processes, but for getting paid and where you get paid like when a student finishes something. But listen, we're not upset with you. We're there with you. We worry with you. We also, when you succeed, we get excited and have joy with you. We've got your back, and the best thing you can do for us is help us know where you are. Are you struggling? If you're struggling, we want to provide comfort. If you just need a little bit of time, you've got a plan for yourself, then you need to be the adult and you need to tell me, like, hey, got it. Goodin, stay out of my life. I don't need you to call me and let's talk for forever. I've got a plan. I just need you to give me a little bit of time. I'm going to take the week off. Whatever. Maybe you have a plan, maybe you don't. If you do, just update the chair. Keep your chair in the loop. Keep your advisor in the loop. And then go forth with your plan. But if you don't have a plan, work with your chair, work with your tribe, come up with a good plan. And if you're stuck, I swear there's always a way out. I always tell people, I don't know, it's going to be okay. I said that poorly. I don't know how it's going to be okay, but it will. I don't know when it's going to be okay, but it will. We will figure this out. The chair knows how to do it. The chair could probably write it for you. That's not what we do, though. I need to get you unstuck so you can do it for yourself. So that's what getting unstuck is about. And I have a little Unstuck award that I send to people when they get unstuck, when they've struggled, and they finally see the light and they get out of it and they start getting momentum again. That will happen to you. If you need help, feel free to reach out. Sometimes an outside perspective can help you when you feel stuck. Take care. This has been Driven to Doctorate with Dr. Joel B. Goodin. Thanks.